My name is Anna-Luisa. I am a portrait and travel photographer based in Amsterdam and Munich, and I've been to probably the most remote settlement in the most remote country in the world. It was the craziest adventure I ever went on. It was the craziest air I ever breathed, the craziest exhaustion I've ever been through, and the most interesting time I think I ever had in my life. Where to start actually with Laya? I asked my guide, can we go to Laya? And he said like, no, I've never been there. What do I want to do in Laya? Like, what do you want to do in Laya? And I said, yeah, I want to visit the nomads. And he's like, why? And I said like, yeah, it's interesting, right? They live a completely different life, and I'm a photographer. I want to capture a place barely other people have seen in before. But he said like, why do you want to go there? I don't know how to get there. I was like, me neither. We just have to figure it out. I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I was like, yeah. And then I said, and by the way, can we maybe leave in 2 days? And he was like, oh, in 2 days? I was like, oh, tomorrow? And he was like, tomorrow? I was like, yeah, actually it's better to leave tomorrow because the weather is changing very rapidly. And then we were discussing that in the car. And then I said to our poor 20-year-old driver, so since we're like 2 girls and 1 guide, we need someone that comes with us because it's quite a dangerous trip. So you're coming with us, right? And he was like, oh, no, why should I go to Laya, you know? And he said like, oh, and I was like, come with us. And he was not very motivated, but at some point we were like, come on, we're like this adventure crew now. And also Sigrid and I, we had no idea what to expect. You know, everybody we asked was like, no, I've never been to Laya. Why should I go to Laya? It's so far away. I didn't know what to pack. I didn't know what to expect. We didn't even know where to sleep until we arrived there. So we didn't really plan anything. Like on the map, you can see there's Paro, there's Laya. Doesn't seem so far away. It is very, very far away. I think it took us 2 days.
Here we go. Anna is getting ready. Cheers from the Minjung tea.
Okay. This is very easy.
12 kilos, I think.
I can do this.
She can do this. She trained for this all her life. The tripod. And the reflector.
This is everything in this camera.
Yeah.
10% is actually
stuff to...
toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Okay, I'm ready.
She's ready. Looks like we're going for 10 days.
What makes Laya so special? One of the most remote settlements in the country. It's close to the Tibetan border. It is one of the highest settlements, human settlements in the area, because usually people do not settle that high. They don't have clean water. It's very hard for them to get any kinds of goods up there. But since they are nomads, they stay in Laya for the summer and they go down to Punakha in winter. And they stay in that high altitude, especially because, well, they built a very beautiful village there. But also because most of them are yak herders and cordyceps pickers. Well, I actually conducted interviews with these people, so you will learn a little bit about it, hopefully. Which is also what makes Laya also so special, is that the people look different than in the villages. In my opinion, they are very, very beautiful people with red cheeks and a little bit of a different look. While the people in the villages have longer hair, short hair, the people in Laya have longer hair. And they have different traditional clothing. Their clothes are mainly made out of yak hair because it's quite cold up there. Plus, I found it also very interesting that how the families live together, and that there are also polyamorous relationships quite common in this culture. I learned a little bit about it from the people I stayed with, so I'm going to share that in an extra video as well. And especially how the people live in harmony with the animals. Everywhere in Bhutan that's the case. But in Laya, it was just something different. You'll see that on the videos. The dogs, the yaks, it's so peaceful. It's such a feeling I've never experienced anywhere else before. And well, let's just get started. I'll start with the first video now, and you'll see from there. And I'll show more and more videos of the trip, and hopefully you get a feeling for it and feel what I felt. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe. please follow on Instagram, and I'm so excited to share. So we are now on our way direction Bunaga. We started in Paro and had to drive to Thimphu first, where I got a SIM card. Secret Army had her SIM card, so we can reach each other. Because even in these remote areas, they have good network. First, we started our top gate, tried to get the first step of papers we need. There's a lot of bureaucracy actually that has to be done before traveling from one province to the other. Since we're traveling to the Highlands now, we need a special. Would we need like special papers since they share the permit? Since the Highlands share the border with China. So first it took almost an hour now at the Department of Immigration to get papers, and the second stop is now to go to the army to get another permit that we can go. Apparently as a tourist you don't have to go to the Department of Immigration, because since you have a guide you already have these kind of permits. So with the visa, it comes with the visa. So the next stop will be the military headquarters. Try to get permission there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what we need from them.
No, yeah.
Today you need to have little bit patience because we need to go back to the Council of Bhutan again.
The immigration?
No.
The person is at a hospital that can file our documents. Or what?
No. Because they are not supposed to issue the route permit without the authorization of TCP.
Oh, okay. So we go back there and then they give us the stamp and then we can go?
So that lastly, now that is only the place where I can get a letter and then go straight.
Okay, good. Okay, but 3 times the charm.
Yeah.
Okay, so our guide got now sent to the Office of Tourism, because that's apparently the place where we should go, because someone is in hospital. It's a military office which was supposed to help us, whatever. We are now at this vegetable market in Thimphu, and I'm trying to get ahead of what is happening now and what we need and what we don't need and where this is going to go.
No. Just.
We arrived at the Jela Pass, very misty as always. I think I've been here 6 times and it's always a horror movie up here. Look.
And it's 108 of these to commemorate the win against the tentative terrorist attack, as per our guide's explanation.
Over there?
Wow.
We arrived finally
After a banana scare.
after banana scare.
It's local from
The background. So we arrived safely in Gaza after after being 12 hours on the road. So we had to get all the papers in Thimphu. That took us quite a while, and then it took us, I think, 2 to 3 hours to go to Punakha, and then from Punakha we went it took us 5 more hours, I think, to get to Gaza. It was through the middle of nowhere. We saw some monkeys, we saw some cool kind of cows, saw a lot of cool birds, and it was literally through the middle of nowhere. Ghosts? Oh, goats. Yeah, ghosts. Yeah, probably also ghosts. And waterfalls. It was beautiful because really looked like a jungle. It was a very beautiful path. It was quite bumpy, quite a bumpy road at some points, but we literally only met like 3 other cars on the road. We arrived in the dark and got welcomed by this very cute family and their 2 daughters. And now we're very tired, heading to bed. And we wanted to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to catch the bolero that drives us to Tongju Drak, where we would start the trek to Laya. But since the road is blocked because of how do you call it, like an earth
Landslide.
A landslide, exactly, thank you, a landslide, we cannot go tomorrow as planned. Yeah, so we first have to clear the road, so we go after the bulldozer. and then hopefully we'll be there around 10 in the morning, which is way after our schedule, but whatever, we gotta adapt to that. Hope we don't meet any bears on the way, and so far so good. We're gonna have a good rest now, and
Nice.
and then hopefully everything will work out tomorrow.
How beautiful the paintings are.
Oh yeah, beautiful paintings on the wall.
This is like a wooden board.
Yeah, this is wooden board.